Okay. Hello, everyone. I am so glad that you are here today. Welcome to World Card Making Day. I have got a really cool card that I hope that you're going to enjoy. And it is not new to me. Well, it's new to me, and it may be new to you, but it's been out in the card making world for a long time. And this is called the Never Ending Card, sometimes the infinity card. So I decided that I was going to make it um, into a Halloween card for the children who are in the Amazing Mail program. I've told you about this group before, and I'm very passionate about it and hope that you will become that way too. So you can go and visit this group at Amazing Mail for warrior heroes fighting big battles. And this is for children who have cancers and other deathly diseases who often do not survive. Um, a lot of these children have what is DIPG. It is a cancer of the brain stem and it is inoperable. So they need a little joy in their lives. And I think that sharing a card um, is one of the best things that we can do to bring some of that happiness into their day. So we're enjoying creating and we are enjoying the sharing part of all of this, which is the end result in the way it should be. So let's get started. Now, I'm going to show you this was my prototype. It is not what I consider to be my best effort, but it can show you what this card can do. So here it is. It is 6 by 6. So if you were to mail it, you would have to have a 6 by 6 or 6 1/4 by 6 1/4 envelope. And it might cost a little more because it is square, but is well worth it. So here we go. Trick or treat. I got my black cats, my ghosts, my jack-o'-lantern. Trick or treat. Here we go. I'm going to open it. And it's upside down. Okay, wait a minute. Let me get this figured out where it's not upside down. I had it now sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Now, why is that? Here we go. Okay, let me get back to the beginning. How did I do that? Okay, trick is on this side or treat. All right, so there we go. Gonna open this up. And we have scary ghosts, goblins, haunted house. Boo. Then you open it this way and you have Happy Halloween with the witch's cauldron and her hat and a ghost. Then you open it this way and you have Trick or Treat, Halloween, and those witches are still in there. You shut it again and you're back at the beginning. So it goes like this, like this, like this, and back. Here we go. All right, so to make this, you need to decide upon your cardstock and your papers. The hardest thing is covering these little panels because you have to decide how you want to do that. The mechanism itself is not hard to do. So I have 3 pieces and I'm going to use this Parakeet um, Party, Stampin' Up's Parakeet Party cardstock, and I have cut it 3 by 6, and I have 4 of these pieces. Then I scored it at 1 1/2 and 4 1/2, and I did this for all 4 pieces. Once you do that cutting and you do the scoring, then you need to use your bone folder. And you need to go over all of these creases on both sides because these need to be creased well. And I have gone over it once, but I'm going to do it again because this trains the paper to go in the direction that you want it to go in, and it will lie flat, hopefully. So I am continuing to go over each one, and here's the last one. I'm sorry, I got a frog in my throat. Okay, so now all of them are folded like this, like a little door opening or a window with shutters on either side, like I described in the email. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to put it down, both of these going in the same direction. These are going to go in the opposite direction on top of it. Now, when you glue this down, you need to have this open just ever so slightly so it will move freely. But I'll show you how to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our glue and we're going to glue just the top half right here. So I'm going to be sure not to go over that score line and below the halfway mark. Okay, and I'm going to do it on both sides. Okay, now I'm going to take this and I am going to glue this down. And if you'll notice right here, I am not exactly flush. It's just moved up just ever so slightly. And the reason for that is because I want this to be able to move freely. And I'm going to make sure it's glued on both sides. Now this part is laid this way. Oops, I did this the wrong way. Oh my. Okay, it goes this way because you're doing it in the opposite direction. So let me put a little more glue here. This will be covered up because you're going to be gluing it the other end too. So I want to go up just a little bit so it's just a bit, slight bit above. And I'm going to glue it down on both sides. This is not supposed to be this hard. I'm making it harder than it really is. Well, why are you not straight? Okay, there. We've got this side glued down. And I'm going to make sure I got enough glue in there. Alrighty, now we're going to take this one and glue it over here. And I'm going to make sure that it's not completely butted up next to it because it does need that room. So I'm going to do it this way. All right, that side is glued. Now we're going to get this side. And you see where I went over a while ago. I'm just going to go right back over that glue where I made my mistake. Okay, here we go. Now you have it glued and it's ready to go. So watch. I open it, then this moves like this, and this opens like this, and you're back at the beginning. See how easy that was? Okay, what we need to do is once you fold it over, these pieces need to be creased and folded, not creased, but you burnished again right here. And then this will go like this, and you're going to burnish this side. Right, and then it opens here, and you're back to the back of it, and then you open it here, and you're back to the front. Okay. Do you see how easy that was? All right, now the next thing we need to do is figure out how we want to decorate. And I decided that I was going to let this green be a big part of what I was doing here. So I wanted it to shine through. So I have 4 pieces of, let's see, it is 1 inch by 2 3/4. Okay, and I'm going to glue these panels down. Actually, I think I'm going to use my tape because this is thin paper. Now, this paper is not Stampin' Up! Paper. I pulled this out of my stash. I pulled paper from every place I could find it to do this because I did not have any Halloween paper from Stampin' Up! And this is some that I purchased probably 10 years ago. Okay, and I'm going to use this. Now, what I'm using here is this mat, this silicone mat. Stampin' Up! Sells them, and they are great for using your tape runners, starting your tape runners, because it doesn't stick. Any glue or tape will not stick to this surface. So it's wonderful for having on hand just to do what I'm doing here so I don't get tape everywhere. Or let's say adhesive anywhere, because it could be something other than the tape runner. Okay, let me move this up so you can see. I forget the space that I have to work in here. Okay. There. Okay, so we've got our ghost and our jack-o'-lanterns. So then what I'm going to do is put this in the center. And I've got trick or treat there. All right, so I've got to make sure I get my words in the right direction. Okay. this side on. All right, so there's the front of my card. I may come back and put a ghost on the front, but I don't want to cover up Trick or Treat. So I'm going to open my card. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this spiderweb paper here. So I'm going to, once again, use my tape runner. And if you do have Stampin' Up's tape runner or even the Tombow tape runner, it is much easier to use, I have found, if you tilt it up instead of down. You tilt it this way. And when you get to the end, just sort of jerk your tape runner to the side, and it will make a clean cut, which is, I always forget to do that, but it does. It does make a big difference. Okay, now we got our spider webs. Now on these panels on the side, I decided I was going to put Stampin' Up's Perfectly Pencil DSP cut in, let's see, I'm not sure about that measurement. Let's check it and see. I think this is 1.5, so it was 1 1/4 by 2 3/4. You see the pretty flowers on the back? I'm going to cover them up with tape. So I'm going to put that here. Now you'll see, you don't have to cover all of these panels up. It's entirely up to you. And you'll see that here, I'm going to leave these corners green, because it can get too busy, and I don't want it to be that way. So what I decided on this one is that I needed spiders on the spider web. Now these spiders come from Stampin' Up Sparkle of the Seasons. Nope, that's not it. It's the Cottage Wreaths. I'm using quite a few different ones. Right here's the spider on the Cottage Wreath stamp set. And there are dies called Country Wreath dies right here. And here's this little spider die right here. It took me a while to find it because look at all of these other small ones here. They're leaves, but this is the spider. Cottage Wreaths and Country Wreaths dies. So here I'm going to use glue. Okay, so, but I'm going to put the words eek, which is what you often see when you are working with spiders. I'm going to put that like that. And then I'm going to put a spider right here and these two up there. Okay, now these letters, let me slide this up so you can see it. These letters are from the, I don't want to say it wrong, the Alphabest stamp set. And this has a punch, the best label punch, right here. All right, so now I'm going to glue my letters down first. Okay, I'm going to do this last letter here, and then I'm going to pull the camera up a little bit. All right, there are the letters. Okay, we'll pull you up just a little bit. That'll give us a little more room to work with. Okay, let's see. Let me pull this back. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. Okay, so I've got the words econ here, and I see that the K is a little bit high. So I'm just going to slide it down a bit. You can do that if you catch it in time. Okay. Now this paper that I'm using is so thin. Now, and this is actually what works best with this card, because when it gets too thick, then the mechanism won't move. And I will show you what happened. Here's one that I was working on, and you'll see this mess I have right down here. I had layers, and it was so thick that the card would not move freely. I did get it to move. It still sticks here because there's just so much bulk in here. So this thin paper really works better for this particular card. When I saw this card, I thought, oh my word, the kids will love this, because I loved it. I thought it was so cool. I had never seen it before, and it's been around forever. It's just that I had not run across it. Alrighty, now I have those three, and I'm going to leave that like that because I don't want it to get too busy. So I'm going to now, and look, we still have these panels, and we have, because of that, now, and I did not have enough, I didn't get to all of these, but I do have, not the next one, I haven't finished this, but this is one I was working on, and I'll show you what I was trying to do. This is some old paper that I had, and I thought I would put this one here, and this one down here with these words. Boo. Let's see. Trick or treat. Happy haunting. Eek. And boo. I thought I'd put those there. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Now this paper is thicker. It's more like cardstock. So I'm hoping that it's not going to be too thick. But I'm staying away from the score lines, which is the important thing. Okay, now I fussy cut this 31 and the other sayings out. I actually like this paper a lot. I was going to show it to you. Here it is. And then on the back are all those circles. So I'm going to put trick or treat first. glue that down. I'll put, hi Susan, hello Linda. I'm so glad you've joined me. Happy World Card Making Day. Okay. Linda is one of the administrators for the Little Warriors group I was telling you about. And this is if you decide that you make this card and you want to send it to the Little Warriors, I can give you the correct address to mail it to if you will message me. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so now we've got this one. We have this, which I've got to work on, but we have this. Now, this needs something. How about some bats flying around? What do you think? Does that help it? Give me a yes or no here. I think I like it. So I think we're going to go with it. Thanks, Susan. I think it does too. So I'm going to glue these down. Now this is a good time for me to say thank you for joining me and for supporting me. If you are enjoying the video, would you like it and possibly subscribe to my channel? It helps YouTube to know that my videos are worthwhile. So I appreciate it if you would. Okay, so I think that helps. So we're going to go back over here to the front, and then we're here. So I have some of the, no, I've already got, you know what, I'm going to put the black here. That's what I'm going to do. I'll put some more perfectly penciled DSP there. So I'll cut that and make it 1 1/4. And here's another one. All right, so I have got such a mess on my desk. You would not believe this work table. Working with all of these papers, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. But I think that's creativity is messy affair. Alrighty, so now I've got these. So the next thing is to figure out what I want to do here. And I'll tell you what I had thought of is to put a circle that I would cut in half, but it would go over the front. I'll show it to you. And I am going to, in order to do that, I am going to be using, if I can figure out what I did, but here it is, my 2.5 inch circle punch. And I think I will put do it in this. This is another one of those. This actually was a big old huge pumpkin, and I have cut it apart. So putting a circle like this, and then I'll cut this apart in the center. And I thought about putting a black cat, but that cat's going to be too big. But I could cut it apart too. Let's see. Let's put down these pieces. Take just a minute to do those. Oh, I've got an idea. I've got some more paper that I actually have black cats on. And I can cut them out, fussy cut them. Okay, there we go. Now, let me see if I can find this paper to show you. Here it is. You see this paper? You see all those cats? So I think I could do, if I put this here, and I could cut out that one, and that one. Okay. Get this out of the way. Let me cut this circle down the center. This is a 2.5 inch diameter circle. So I'm going to cut it at 1 1/4. Alrighty. So this will open up. It'll still be a circle, but it will open up with a cat on either side. I'm using my art glitter glue again today. It seems to work for everything. It's the best glue. Now, I'm not saying that Tombow glue is not good. It is. But I get it all over my hands, and it is so sticky. And then everything I'm working with sticks to my hands. All right, now I've got my circle in place. Get that little blob of adhesive out of the way. Okay, and I said I was going to do this kitty. I want to show you what the back of this paper looks like. This is some from my stash. It has more brown in it. It's the brown lines that go across it, and it's black underneath that. Okay, I'm going to fussy cut, which won't take long to do. Because it's not a very complicated cat. I do hope that you will make this card. It is so much fun to see it take shape. And then when you show it to somebody, they are just amazed at how you did it. My husband said, "Wow," which was one of the biggest compliments that I could get. Okay, I'm just going to go down here like that. I know a lot of people don't like to fussy cut. I don't mind it. I think the trick to it is turning the paper instead of trying to move your scissors. Okay, we got a black cat there. And let's see, I said I was going to use I can't remember. Maybe I'll use this one. And I'll put it on the left side and the other one on the right side. I love paper packs that have different papers with wonderful designs on it, because you can always cut out from the paper itself to get your embellishments. That little tail is sticking out just right there. Now I would make sure when you're gluing this down that it doesn't go on the creases in the middle or the openings where it's cut, because then you're going to have the problem that I had before with my other one. Alrighty, there we go. And I know the perfect thing, if it will work. Happy Halloween. Put that right there. See if I can trim that up a little bit better than that. Alrighty, now I can put that right there. However, I'm going to have to cut that too. So let's get our kitties down. I had to put a lot of glue on these kitties because it has a raised up design on the back. Do you know, I think we need another kitty to go with that. I'll get this one. And I'll show you what I mean. Okay, maybe if we had two of them like that, because this is smaller. The more cats you have, the better your life is. I know a lot of people won't agree with that. I had a friend, and she and I battled all the time about which was best, cats or dogs, which I think is a universal question. Thank you, Susan. The creative process is an amazing one. I had intended to have all of this completed, but I ran out of time. Alrighty, let's see. Here it goes in the front. I think it needs to be in the front so we can see his tail. There we go. Alright, so let's glue his body down. That didn't get glued very well. on, glue. You can do it. Alrighty, so here we go. We're going to glue this one down. And we're going to put this one right to the right of it. Like that. And I think it even looks good with this little tail hanging off right there. Okay, and I'm going to glue right here. Like I said, this paper does not glue easily. All right, there we go. Now, I'm going to cut it right between the A. If you do make this card, I would love to see it. Wrong place. I would love to see it. If you could post it in the blog followers group on my website, not my website, my Facebook page, that would be awesome. I love seeing how others decorate them. All right, there we go. So, happy Halloween. Here we go. Trick or treat. Eek. Happy Halloween. October 31st. All these sayings. And we're back at the beginning. There you go. We have completed our never-ending card, or the infinity card. Please do let me know if you make one. I would love to see it. There is that group, the blog followers, just waiting for you guys to post your creations, and I would love to see them. I want to wish you a happy World Card Making Day and hope that you will join Stampin' Up. All you have to do is go to their website and click on World Card Making Day, and you can click on the link to see their demonstrations. And there are supposed to be some really nice ones with some new techniques taught. So I encourage you to go there and to see what they are doing. Everyone is invited and it's free. So, have a great rest of your World Card Making Day, and I will see you in the next video. So, dream, create, and share. Bye bye.